Pisces, this is your weekly tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries Tarot. Thank you so much, guys, for finding this video. If you guys are just discovering the channel, thank you for giving the channel a chance. My name is Michelle. This is my tarot table. Welcome. This is your reading, so please apply wherever it resonates. It doesn't have to be specific to the examples that I give. If it sounds like career, but it resonates with somebody, you know, that's in your personal life, then dude, it's your reading. Take it where it resonates. And this comes to you at the time that it's supposed to, so don't worry about, that's why I don't put a date on it. There is a new reading that comes out every single week for Pisces. You can definitely guarantee, I can guarantee that. So if you want it fresh off the press, remember to subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell so that you know when I upload your favorite content. This is a really actually tranquil week for you. The astrology directly impacting everything that you are. Neptune, which is your ruling dignitary, Jupiter, which is your traditional ruling dignitary, they're both in Pisces. It's not a slow as in lethargic energy, it's a slow as in comfortable, go with the flow kind of energy. Neptune specifically is in an interesting aspects because it's square to Mars in retrograde, which means you might be trying to rush things, or the fact that things have slowed down is starting to irritate you. But there's also these trines to Venus and Mercury is conjunct the sun. You're in a very romantic time, and all I can say to you is slow it the fuck down and don't try to rush, because the more you try to rush, I think the more you'll break things and the more you'll skip over things that you would rather remember or rather really experience fully. The square to Mars is almost like, it could be really easy to deceive you right now. It could be easy for you to deceive yourself right now in terms of taking action, or what you think you're capable of versus what you can actually do. So, and that is not a comment on your talent or your experience or your intellect. That's just a sense of what you'll actually be able to get done. Because remember, very few of us work in or act in isolation. There's always somebody else in either the cubicle next door or on the other side of the phone that we got to do work with, and it's not going to be quick moving, and thinking it's going to happen quickly, it's not going to happen quickly. But you have these beautiful trines this week between Neptune and Venus and the sun and Mercury. Why would you want to rush that? It's probably because things are really going ooey gooey cozy that you kind of want to rush into, well, let's make plans. Don't do that. Just enjoy the ooey gooey cozy. This is a great week to cuddle up with your loved one. It's a great week to have those deep, passionate conversations that are studded with making love in between. I'm actually talking serious. Like this is a really wonderful week to get snowed in somewhere and just allow the time to kind of dissipate and go away. Because if you try to put a time on things or you try to rush things, that's where you're going to get into conflict. And so I think getting things done this week will be challenging, but appreciating the moment will be perfect. So allow yourself that. We're going to get into the present situation. A couple of cards have already spilled on the table. I'll show them to you. And then we're going to get into, or at least we're going to see, you know, what has come out in the past and then what really wants to come out about the future. Remember, there's always an extended reading that I hope you guys will join me for. That link is in the description box below, and it's also pinned to the top of the comments. Thank you for that little tea break. Sing your own song. And I will carry this on, since I know the astrology, I will carry this on to say, or I will take this one step further, and I will say, march to your own beat, march to your own rhythm this week. Oh, I just heard this, so I just channeled this. You're going to be able to release something emotional that you've been feeling. You're going to be able to maybe even share, this could be for some of you, if you do this kind of thing, actually sing and share music, or share something that you have created, something that's coming straight from your heart. But it's definitely like It's definitely saying be yourself, but you're going to be able to get something off your chest is what I'm saying. Communications are going to be very beautiful right now because Neptune is trine to Mercury. So there is a dreaminess. There's a dreaminess to the way that you're thinking. There's a dreaminess to the way that you're communicating. I would say y'all falling in love, but that can happen often. We can see the big picture giraffe, which is Taurus energy. This is about taking a step back and giving yourself some perspective on the situation. So this is telling me that this romantic kind of energy that's floating around you all week, Pisces, you're going to need to step back and just try to be as objective as you can, because it's going to help your mindset and help you see things clearly. This is the kind of energy where you'll be able to see any potential train wrecks, not because you're seeing in the future, but because you're seeing in the distance. You're getting a bigger perspective and not taking things so personally. This is Spirit basically recommending a course of action for you, which is step back and observe. Like, this is not a decision-making week, but this is a sense of please take in the information and please trust the information, because I think it's only in the actions or the idea I can do something about this that there is deception because of that square between Neptune and Mars. I think in the ability of your mind to be able to see things is exceptional this week because of that trine with Mercury. So please do yourself a favor and step back and give yourself some perspective that maybe you would not have given if you didn't allow yourself to slow down. The sing your own song is really a sense of maybe reaching a lot of people, right? This could even be performing for a lot of people, speaking in front of a lot of people, giving a presentation. And if any of that is true for you, what a wonderful week. Or what a, like, or yeah, no. It's saying, I'm not saying or, as in, or schedule things for this week, right? Because there will be a very fortuitous outcome to anyone you share yourself with. Right? There could be somebody willing to invest in you or give you work, give you a job, or they'll really like you. They'll like what you bring to the table because of your uniqueness. Okay. This is really Uranus in Taurus energy. Sing your own song, so be unique. And this is Taurus energy. You know, this is actually really beautiful. But we've got to get deeper into this. Spirit has a plan, which means there's something a little bit about fate that's happening this week. Now, we just went through a gorgeous full moon, and I know that a lot of astrologers have been saying it's bad stuff is going to come, or not necessarily bad stuff, but not, because you know what, change scares people. That's the truth. And the unpredictability of Uranus is frightening if you try to keep your hands on the wheel. Take your hands off. Don't push things. Let the universe be your guide and allow the changes, because there's really no fighting them. So it really is go with the flow, allow the changes, because the truth is that these changes that are happening are actually helping to set you up for future freedom, a future liberation. It's a great time to be able to look at a distance and see, oh, how can I really start to prep this? It's not about taking action. Like I said, it's about doing research, getting information together. Okay, hold on. Let's get more cards on the table. So what's so fated about this week? Both of these cards suggest an aerial perspective of taking that step back. You know, it's almost like saying remove yourself a little bit. Now, I know I said that the astrology is very cozy, and it is very cozy, but it's almost like you may feel yourself going into yourself, and the romance may be in cozying up with a good book, or allowing yourself or your mind to escape into a favorite movie or a series that you've wanted to go. Like, let yourself dream, I think, is kind of what these cards, forgive me, what these cards are saying. Like, let those dreams happen for you. Let them happen to you. This is still a snuggling week, but it may not be with somebody, though you may want to rush in with somebody, but it could just prove to be so much better if you just kind of like cuddle that blanket and allow yourself to stay in bed all day, dream all day. I think you kind of need this, especially this weekend. Trust in the magic. Trust in the magic is something new is beginning. So there is a new beginning that's coming for you, and we will get deeper into what this new beginning is. I know this is still the general reading, but this is Aquarius energy too. It's going to surprise you. A new start that you didn't necessarily see coming or choose. And then you see clearly now, which means it's going to be revealed to you this week. Now, this could also mean that there's truth coming out finally, or there's information that you needed is going to be revealed to you, or you see something. You definitely have a clear perspective. Something is clearing up. With all this dreaminess, it's interesting how the more dreamy you get, the more clear reality gets. Don't fight being yourself. Just let yourself be taken away. I think that without thinking or without trying too hard, your mind will be clear enough for this clarity. And then there's just this sense of, I see something. All of a sudden, like an idea or inspiration, or maybe you didn't see the way through. You couldn't see the way through. You didn't know what to do. That answer is coming to you. You didn't know what the next step was. Wait and listen. Receive. Get into that sort of receiving mode, Pisces, because it will come to you. It's coming through, and there's some new opportunity here. What I want to know is, what is that opportunity? What I want to know is, what is this opportunity? What is this opportunity for Pisces that's coming in? King of Swords. It's some judgment. It's some decision that has to do with a job or money or finances, or even in some ways where you live, or something that you've been holding on to. This has to do with temperance, which is finding a way to make things work. Even especially if you're planning something or trying to schedule something, stepping back from it for a while will help you a great deal. But this new opportunity has to do with maybe a Sagittarius specifically. Karma comes out once again. Wheel of Fortune is like getting lucky and all of a sudden finding a way to make it work. Finding a way to make it work for both sides, or take these two opposite elements and put them together and make it work. It's like the way through suddenly becomes clear when you step back and take in more information. This has to do with starting in, but hold on. Let's get the moon card. That's what's distracting me. I need to get a moon card. This full moon has impacted us in so many ways. So Pisces, now that brings up something from the past. Surrender to the divine. So this is about a full moon, but it's in the past. I feel like this is a while ago. To just sort of like let go. So it has something to do with something that you've released, or a cycle that has come to an end, but it was in the past. If this was a relationship, then this was definitely like an ending that happened in... It's an ending that happened in the past. Okay, and then we have... What do you need to release? Okay, now I understand. Thank you, God. You got back together with an ex. You took that old job back that you know treated you like shit. But you were not ready to let something go yet. So the release came, or maybe you broke up with somebody and got back together with them. This was all part and parcel to what you needed to understand the situation and be able to really see where is it going. So ultimately what it's saying is this, what happens now, what you finally see clearly, what you finally understand, is all the last bits of what you needed to understand to finally go ahead and make a decision. Now, I think you're going to be moving. I think you're going to be taking a chance. I think you're going to be deciding to take some money or like take a chance, take a risk that you haven't taken before, because now it's like you may not have taken it before, but now you know the path to take. So I feel like this is traveling somewhere, or a decision to do it, even though maybe you had been stuck with money, you'd been afraid to spend the money. I think you're going to go ahead and do it. This is not based on impulsivity. This is based on, you needed to complete this. You needed to finish this. You released it once before. Somehow it's still in your life. It came in your life so that you could, it was something about dealing with this situation that was teaching you the art of temperance. It wasn't temperance itself. It was the art of temperance, finding a way to make imperfect situations work. And ultimately, it's like that little bit of that lesson that you needed to learn. And that's why you went back. That's really why. You hadn't released this little tiny piece of the lesson, this little tiny piece of the experience. You hadn't released it yet, but you needed to complete this. It's almost like you were only a semester away from your bachelor's, but then you dropped out. It's like you went back to finish that little tiny piece that should never have been missed. That's why you went back. So it wasn't about just getting back with an ex or just going back to school. It was like you needed to finish in order to prove to yourself that you could do it. The going back was about completion. It was not about melancholy. It was not about nostalgia. It was not about desperation. It was about that little piece still needed completing. Right? And okay. And that's what becomes very clear to you now, is that you see clearly why you were sent backward. You understand now why you needed to learn what you needed to learn or finish that experience, because there's some trajectory that you're looking out on that you're going to be very, very happy this week. This is all coming to you in a great revelation, and that's why I think it's so important for you to give yourself time this week to be by yourself, to be alone, to just let everything wash over and let the pieces settle in the places that, oh my God, now I see the full picture. Okay. You made a decision to move forward. You made a decision to maybe even move. You made a decision to finally jump in and take the plunge. You were not ready to do that before. And I told you, it's not about taking action this week. It is about this week giving you the clarity that you need to be certain of yourself so that you can make the decision to move forward. This fool's leap of faith, this is starting something new. You've decided to begin something new. I want to get into what that is and understanding what that is. What is this for Pisces, and what is this new thing they're starting? Or it's telling you, start the new thing. Now you're ready for it. Give yourself this weekend, though. I'm telling you that right now. Give yourself this weekend to cozy up, cuddle, and let it all settle in the right places. You have to trust God enough to know that you got to give yourself that time in order for things to settle in the correct way. We have the King of Pentacles here, so this is definitely going to make you money. This could be regarding a Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo male or masculine. But there's two masculine energies. There's two kings here. They're decisive people. They're practical people. It's almost like you feel certain enough and or somebody feels secure enough about you to finally make you an offer. And you know that it is the right decision. You'll know that it's the right choice because you're prepared to know it now. It's so interesting how all aspects, seemingly unrelated aspects of our lives, are not unrelated at all. Maybe one is prepping us for the other. So we have Seven of Swords here. Okay, it's coming out in the past. So what was stolen from you, what was taken from you, I don't know, something was given back to you. And the Hierophant has to do with tradition. It has to do with marriage. Could even be somebody that you're intending to marry. But it also could be this Taurus energy or new tradition. I don't think in the past somebody was ready to let everything go. They thought they were, but emotionally they were not. There was still a little piece of the puzzle that had to be finished. But this is an offer, an opportunity, or a person, or a Taurus specifically. Okay, the giraffe energy. The giraffe's going to show you the card. The giraffe energy is actually Taurus energy too. So it's almost like you just got right with the establishment. This is what you've been working on and what's been a challenge. What's been a challenge is disciplining yourself enough to go along with things that not go along with it brainlessly, but like pay your bills, be responsible, discipline yourself. Like all those routine things that Taurus energy is so good at, but that Pisces is so easily distracted from. This is almost like a sense of you finally finding a way to make it work for yourself. This also says that when it comes to finances, things are going to work out and be smoothed out. You're finally going to be able to see how to do that or see how to fix the problem completely. Whoa, I am so glad I went a little deeper into that for you. So resolution to a financial situation or with a financial institution. And then we have the Hermit moving us forward. So being by yourself, being alone, taking some time off for some personal care, getting yourself healthy, prioritizing yourself. And also, it's like it took a while for the money to get there. This is slow and steady wins the race. This is being responsible and confident and competent with the finances, like planning things, like being more conservative and not overspending because you don't need to. What the hell is that about? Let's find out. I can't wait to go to the extended. That link is below. But first, let me announce a really happy decision that I made to have my first meet and greet. So you are all invited to participate. It is going to be in March of 2023 or early April, sometime around there. I know I definitely have the place. It is going to be in Austin, Texas, USA. So if you can make it there, that's one way to participate. The other way to participate is I'm going to live stream it and offer a chat as well so that you can participate from wherever you are in the world. So I'm going to post a poll on the community feed. Please, 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 if you are interested, tell me, am I interested in going, actually being there, or am I interested in the live stream? I just want to get a ballpark number so I can start making the proper plans. Thank you so much for being a part of the success of this channel and carrying us through to the point where I could actually meet you in person. I love you guys. Please join me for the extended. Those links are below. I will talk to you there.